This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska.
And welcome to Pinnacle Bank Arena Class A State Semifinal basketball coming your way on News Channel Nebraska. It is a clash. West takes on Lincoln East for a chance to make it to the state title tomorrow. Brandon Axbit, Tom Villianco with you for all of the action. And Tom, two Lincoln teams going at it tonight, a trip to state on the line. And these two teams are familiar with one another. They've seen each other twice already this season. They split. And oh, there's the added factor of they're a little bit of rivals as well. So what do you expect to see tonight between the Spartans and the Silverhawks?
Brandon, thanks for having me. A little loud behind me with the band going. Yeah, a big game tonight. Southwest East split on the series. One game, Southwest, Jaden Ferguson with 31 points. In the first round, they won. East came out strong in the second time around, and Ferguson was held to about 12 points, I do believe. So, hated rivals. I train a lot of these girls, so I know them really well, and it's going to be a close one. I have a feeling it's going to be coming down to the wire.
When you talk about these two team styles, Lincoln Southwest, Coach Rump said we absolutely have to handle Lincoln East's pressure and what they do. So when you see the two teams go against each other, what are they like and how are they going to go kind of combat one another?
Lincoln East will definitely full court pressure Southwest all game if they can. It comes down to Southwest being able to handle the ball. They got 4 seniors that all have been here, done it, so I think they can do it. It's just a matter of what girls can step up for Southwest and handle the pressure. And at the same time, Southwest is long and lanky. They're going to put pressure on the young Lincoln East team tonight, and they have a lot of young girls on Lincoln East. So we'll see how they can handle their pressure as well. The senior-laden Southwest Silverhawks.
Well, two specific players we want to talk about. First off, we're touching on Lincoln East, Charlotte Bovard, the team leader for the Spartans, averaging 14 points a game. Obviously, she's going to have a big night tonight, but what is it that she does so well for this Lincoln East team?
Last night she just kind of did everything for them. When they needed a spark, she got things going. 14 points a game. She's got some looks from D2 schools, Division II schools as a junior. She's just an all-around kind of player, but that's kind of how East is. They got a lot of people that can attack and do a lot of good things.
And for Lincoln Southwest, Jaden Ferguson coming off a 25-point performance into the quarterfinals. You mentioned the two games that these two teams have played. When Ferguson had a monster night, the Silverhawks won. When she didn't go off for as much, they didn't win against the Spartans. So obviously, she's key and integral in this contest.
Honestly, that's the person it comes down to tonight is Jaden Ferguson. Like I said, the first game they played, she had 31 and they won. Second game, not as many points, and they lost. I expect Lincoln East to double team her as much as possible, which is going to make Hannah Kelly, a girl that I've trained for 5 years, Division I Illinois State recruit, have to really be the X factor and step up tonight, which I know she's waiting for.
7 minutes away from tip. We're going to throw it now to our third member of the broadcast team, Michael Shively, for a glimpse into the history of the state tournament and Lincoln teams.
Thank you, Brendan. Well, if you follow Class A hoops in Nebraska, it might seem like the conversation is dominated by the Omaha Metro. Many of the individual talents that we talk about getting scholarships come from there, and many of the championships. Well, at least that's the case on the boys' side. Right now, Class A girls hoops is experiencing a renaissance in the capital city. Here tonight, we have two Lincoln teams clashing between East and Southwest, and later this evening, Lincoln Pius X. So 3 out of the 4 semifinalists in Class A are from the capital city. And that's not the only time that's happened recently. We look back to 2017 when Lincoln Northeast, Pius, and Lincoln Southwest were all in the semifinals, and it was the Silverhawks who won the state title that year. Last year, 4 Lincoln teams were in the field, and even if you go back to 2016, Lincoln East were the champions. So Lincoln basketball has performed admirably in Class A in the last 3 or 4 years, and the two most dominant programs, the Spartans and the Silverhawks. East with that 2016 championship, and Southwest in 2017. These teams have been dead even over those 3 years. Let's look back at what they've done. In 2017, Southwest swept the season series 2-0. 2018, it was Lincoln East's turn. They won each of the games. This year they've split, so not only is tonight a rubber match for the 2019 season, it's the rubber match for the last 3 seasons. 3 seasons in which Lincoln basketball has dominated Class A. We have a crosstown rivalry coming up, East and Southwest. Tip-off momentarily on News Channel Nebraska.
Family. Somewhere you're always welcome. Honesty. Staying true to who you are. Integrity. Saying what you mean, doing what you say. Defining what's important. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Get diagnosed and treated online for a variety of common medical conditions with Faith Regional Physician Services virtual visit. It's easy to use. Log in anytime and answer a series of questions related to how you are feeling and the symptoms you are experiencing, just like you would at a doctor's office. Next, your online interview will be sent to one of our local providers at Faith Regional Physician Services, who will then review your responses, create a treatment plan, and send a prescription to the pharmacy of your choice if needed. You'll receive a response by email or text message within 1 hour during clinic hours, or the next morning if submitted after hours. Cost is only $40. And if we can't treat you online, you won't be charged. No appointments, no waiting rooms. Get treated from wherever you are. Faith Regional Physician Services virtual visit. The right care, right here. Start your visit at frpsclinics.org.
And welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena. Brandon Axelman, Tom Villianco, Michael Shively with you for the first of 2 Class A semifinals on a Friday night here in Lincoln. It's time to take a look at our 5 points of impact, brought to you by 5 Points Bank. Proud to be supporting area coaches and athletes. 5 Points Bank, the better bank. You look at Lincoln East, Tom, and talking to head coach Dennis Pritchard, defensively, they want to pack it in and obviously block out. We know that Southwest is very athletic and multiple in what they can do, but you look at the players inside. You have Reagan Wells and Hannah Kelly. Also, Jaden Ferguson is sort of that outside threat. So if you're not packing it in, Wells and Ferguson can really, whether it's posting up or cutting inside, cause issues. And then obviously blocking out is something that's very crucial to do.
Yes, it's going to be very important for Lincoln East to play Jaden double team, as I was saying a little earlier. If they kick out to Hannah, she's a 3-point threat. So double team, force those turnovers. But you also have Reagan Wells in the post as well, where Jada could find her or Hannah cutting down the lane or on another block. So it's going to be very important for them to play good defense, double team, and block out when shots go up, because they got length inside on the offensive glass for Southwest.
Then for the Silverhawks, they have players that can run the court when you talk about players like Ferguson coming off that 25-point performance. And unlike East, who coming off a good win, but a dramatic win where they won by 1 point to Millard South, the Silverhawks pretty handily took care of Omaha Westside 69-55 in the first round. So you want to keep that momentum rolling in terms of the type of basketball they're playing.
Yes, Southwest, they like to slow it down, but at the same time they can push it and get out. If they play with East and they can make shots in the fast break transition, they'll be fine as well.
And for both teams, I'm going with the wild card and going out on a limb, Tom, and saying free throws. That's important. You need to hit those if you want to be successful tonight. Now we're going to take a quick break, pause for the national anthem, and we'll be back with tip-off here in Lincoln.
The cattle business, the cattle industry, is the largest industry in the state of Nebraska. The University of Nebraska system feeds on that, both through their development of students, development of personnel that end up, moving into this industry, becoming a major player in it, and also the economic impact that that brings and the research that these institutions do to support it. You just don't have one segment without all the rest of it, and the University of Nebraska is at the central portion of that.
Norfolk Auto Center is now offering a lifetime powertrain warranty when you purchase a new Chevy, Buick, or GMC. This warranty covers the basic powertrain like engine, transmission, transfer case, all-wheel drive assembly, and drivetrain assembly. Unlimited time, unlimited mileage at no cost to you. Just one more reason to buy your next new vehicle at Norfolk Auto Center, Northeast Nebraska's volume leader. Visit them on the West Highway 275 bypass or online at norfolkchevy.com. Norfolk Auto Center, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
And welcome back. Getting ready to go here in Lincoln. Starting lineups about to be announced. Brandon Axbit, Tom Villianco, Michael Shively with you for this Lincoln battle between the Spartans and the Silverhawks. Also, Tom, these coaches, they've been here for a little while. Pritchard with the Spartans for 13 and Jeff Rump for 5 with Lincoln Southwest. But they both know how to win, obviously, and both of these teams have a state championship very recently. East back in 2016, Lincoln Southwest back in 2017. So how important is that to have that sort of experience with this group of players on both teams?
I think it's very important, especially for East being the younger team, to have a coach and staff that's been here recently, and they can prepare them for what's to come. I know the coaches are friends off the court and talking up a lot before the game, so I know they're friends, but at the same time, this is a bit of rivalry, as we said, and it's going to be a battle tonight.
Looking at Lincoln East, they've won 9 of their last 10, Southwest 8 of their last 9. So you always hear coaches saying the importance of playing your best basketball at this point in the season, and it's fair to say both teams are doing that. Lincoln East 19-6, Lincoln Southwest 21-4. So when you look at what could be the difference in terms of two teams that are playing their best basketball right now, what are some of those things you look to?
East, before the season started and early in the season, young, I was not expecting them to be here, but they have so much athletic talent that they're going to be good. They're going to be good tonight, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
And you see Lincoln and Southwest, and they're the starters. You actually have, so you have Ferguson, Hannah Kelly, Reagan Wells. Those are the big ones inside. A couple of change-ups. Katie Carpenter getting swapped out for Emma Kauth, and also Emerson Berida getting into that starting lineup. But we talked about the athleticism, and you have Ferguson averaging 14 coming off that 25-point performance. Hannah Kelly averaging 10 and 5, and Wells inside averaging 9 points and 4 rebounds as well. So a lot of options and offensive threats. Now, you mentioned we switch over to Lincoln East, and there's your starting 5. Kugler, Haley Peterson, who knocked down the game-winning free throw last night to give the Spartans that 57-56 victory over top-seeded Millard South. And you have Taylor Searcy, who had a team-high 14 points in that one-point victory. Then Kreifels and Charlotte Bovard rounding out your starting 5.
You were saying earlier about keys to the game. If Jaden can get the ball inside and score early, Southwest has a big advantage.
All right, well, we are moments away from tip-off, and it is time to sit back, relax, and enjoy the game. Brought to you by our friends at United Healthcare. Class A basketball coming your way on News Channel Nebraska. Lincoln Southwest and Lincoln East. Talking to the coaches as well, Tom, as the Spartans huddle up. Coach Dennis Pritchard made no secret about it. He said, let's make this game a race. Spartans want to get out and run, and of course the other big thing is we have to contain Ferguson. He said it. We talked about it in the pregame. She went off for 31 in the win earlier. When they contained her, the Spartans were able to take down the Southwest, but that is at the forefront of what the Spartans are going to be trying to do here defensively, keep her in check.
Definitely, but it's also where you got to see the X factor, Hannah Kelly, come in and hit some big threes. Yesterday she's a little short on her threes and needs to step up tonight. Good follow through, good balance, and I think she's going to be the deciding factor if they win or lose this game.
Well, the wait is over. We are kicking off our third session here. 2 Class A games to round out the night on semifinal Friday. Tip goes to the Silverhawks. We are underway. A deflection by the Spartans early, and there's Ferguson kicking it to the corner.
Looks like we got a little zone here inside of Reagan. We'll kick out.
3 on the way, off the mark from Berida. We have our first foul of the contest.
That's going to be interesting to see how the refs call this game. That was a pretty quick foul there. I thought they let him play a little bit, but that'll be interesting to see if they're letting it stay really tight tonight inside.
Ball brought up here by Roberts. Searcy kicking it to the corner. They have man defense by the Silverhawks, shot off the mark by Kreifels. And here comes the Silverhawks getting out and running. And something else we talked about in the pregame, before the game rather, Tom, is just the amount of athletes on the Silverhawks team when you look at who's going to be playing at the next level. Not necessarily basketball for everyone, but a lot of players who are athletic, which plays into the Silverhawks' hands.
Tough miss there for Hannah Kelly. She's wide open. She's got to knock that down. But yes, plenty of athletes out there for Southwest. Georgia Tech softball for Emma Koff, Jaden Ferguson, Northwest Missouri State volleyball, Hannah Kelly, D1 Illinois State basketball, and Reagan Wells, Washburn soccer.
And that three-pointer off the mark from Kreifels. Scoreless here, a little over a minute in. Ferguson pushing the tempo. And good straight-up play by Bovard, which ends up forcing the altered shot. Here comes the Spartans. Kugler with a nifty move off the front of the iron.
Little nerves going on so far.
Again, up and down the court we go. Both teams pushing the tempo. Berida swings it around to Kauf. And what do you think about the decision from Coach Pritchard and the East Spartans to play a zone as that 3 off the mark?
Well, if Southwest can hit threes, it's not going to be much longer, but they're not hitting them yet.
And we have charge drawn by the Silverhawks. That is Kauf. And that'll be charged to Olivia Kugler. We'll get another look at it here.
Good call. Toughness right there from Coffin.
Now we're seeing some full court pressure by the Spartans for the first time. And it gets the turnover East is looking for.
The one thing about this game, a lot of these girls play together on summer teams and know each other for years and years. So it's definitely going to be interesting.
And Searcy thinking about the 3, decides to swing it to the top to Kreifels. Still scoreless, 2.5 minutes in. Baseline drive, and there's the trap by Ferguson. 3 off the front of the rim. Trap in the corner. Silverhawks are able to get out of it. Here comes Berida. And there's a travel shuffle of the feet.
We've seen a lot of shots short so far, and I usually attribute that to just legs, a little tired, a little nervous, and then not holding that follow through. So maybe a mixture of both early on. A lot of shots short.
Sophomore Haley Peterson checks in for the Spartans.
You're going to see a lot of subbing tonight from both teams. They're pretty deep, and could pay it off for not only tonight, but for tomorrow, whoever wins this.
Southwest still in that man. And a travel here for the Spartans as well.
A lot of turnovers early on, but hey, at least they're being aggressive. That's all we can ask for.
You mentioned the nerves, and still appears that that is the case for both teams. Now just a little over 3 minutes in. 0-0 your score on the Aurora Cooperative Faith Regional Health Services scoreboard.
Not many touches for Ferguson yet. There's one.
And she gets it in the corner, back out and around to Carpenter.
They're definitely shading her, putting that double on her before she can even get the ball. Kreifels with some good defense there.
And Ferguson, no room, hands it off to Kelly. Can't get that to fall either.
She's got to keep shooting. She's got to keep shooting.
Baseline drive, Searcy has her dribble picked up, swings it back around. Roberts pulls it out.
Look for Bavard to get the ball here. She needs to get herself going, get a spark for this East club.
Kreifels guarded by Piper. 3 on the way. Another one hard off the iron. Ferguson gets it up to Piper. Kick out for the 3. Shooters roll, and we have our first basket. That goes down for Hannah Kelly.
Hey, I said she had to keep shooting, even though that wasn't pretty. That might get her going.
3-0, almost 5 minutes in here to this Class A semifinal.
Good skip.
3 on the other end, and here we go. Triple knockdown, Haley Peterson.
That's your 10th grade Nebraska soccer recruit. She's already committed to Nebraska for soccer. Heck of an athlete.
Sophomore who averages 7 points, 3 rebounds a game for the Spartans.
Here comes the pressure from East.
Kelly with the kick out. Drive in Kauf, and she loses it. Spartans with the steal, and then she's tagged with the foul. Have a couple substitutions coming in for both teams. Beretta and Dilsaver in for the Silverhawks.
Definitely tell they were trying to go into Ferguson there. They're trying to get her going. Bad pass. They're kind of forcing it there.
About 2.5 to go in this opening period. Kugler looking for space. Bovard. And you have Kelly, who will be called for the foul there. As we get a look at head coach Jeff Rump in his 5th year at the helm for the Silverhawks. Coach who knows a little bit about winning.
Tough for the Southwest taller girls to close out. They got to close out short. Don't let them drive. Another drive.
And that one just strong from Briley Hill. Still 3-all. Turnover forced once again by that pressure from the Spartans. Under 2 to play.
Little sill here from Hannah. Kelly.
Silverhawks continuing to work it around. There it's inside. Doesn't fall for Carpenter. So Hill. And you're really not seeing a big emphasis, at least in this first quarter so far, Tom, of working it inside or any sort of post play.
Not at all. I'd like to see a lot of kids a little nervous outside on the perimeter. Got to drive, attack. That'll open up some of that post stuff, little drop down, little dump down type passes.
Got to look there at Dennis Pritchard in his 13th season with the Spartans.
Good drive here.
Oh. And that off the glass. But offensive board grabbed by Lincoln East.
Good pass from Kreifels. And that's what we were talking about earlier. East is going to be active and just move and cut. And that was a great rebound by Skylar there, and great cut by Olivia.
So Piper tagged with the foul. And the first one knocked down by Kugler, a sophomore averaging 8 points and 2 rebounds a game. You mentioned the youth of the Spartan squad. Not a single senior on this varsity roster.
I saw them play a few times this year, early in the season especially. I did not see them being here with just the youth and inexperience, but they've really turned it around the last month or so.
Kugler hits them both. 2-point lead for Lincoln East. Again, they're in the full
there you go.
court.
Pressure it up.
Peterson with the steal on the inbound.
Ooh.
And unfortunately for the Spartans, Johnson travels. Now Ferguson back in. We're under a minute to play. Also Reagan Wells. That's the post presence we talked about that could be a factor here for the Silverhawks. She quickly kicks it back out for three.
Nice.
Kate Dilsaver with the triple.
A little inside-outside Jackie Moon action there.
So Dilsaver and Wells make an impact when they come in here late in the first.
Oh, great pass. They're looking inside. There's a good drive. Good kick.
Mid-range jumper off the mark from Johnson. 15 seconds.
If East can do that, they'll be in good shape. Great drive, great kick, good shot. Ferguson to the rim.
Puts her shoulder down, draws contact with 2.5 to play in the quarter.
They really respect Jaden Ferguson in this state. She drives like that, she's going to get fouled, and they're going to call it.
Again, Ferguson coming off a 25-point performance against Westside yesterday. Scoreless so far, but not any longer. Ferguson to extend the lead to 3. In and out. Spartans have a chance for a final shot. This won't count. And that'll do it for the first quarter. A low-scoring affair, 7-5, Lincoln Southwest with the lead. We'll be back with second quarter action.
You are a Nebraska farmer. You defined tough. You pushed the limit. You gave it all you had. And when you got to the end of the field, you turned around and we were there behind you every step of the way. Our success is measured by our understanding of your farm. It is measured in your trust in us at Aurora Cooperative. Tougher together, Aurora and you.
Eight minutes gone, 3 quarters left to go here. 7-5 is your score after the first. Tom, your initial thoughts and takeaways from that opening 8 minutes?
This is going to be a close finish based on what we just saw. East keeps pressuring like this. They're going to turn Southwest over, but they got to make shots. Hannah Kelly finally got one to drop. I think she's 1 for 4. She just has to keep shooting. Ferguson has to drive like she just did, draw some fouls. It's everything I expected so far.
Spartans get the ball to start this second quarter. Kick to the corner. Searcy goes baseline. Good solid cut, and it does not fall for the Spartans. Ferguson grabs the loose ball.
Those are the kind of shots you just have to drop in a semifinal matchup when points are scarce.
More full court pressure being shown here, and we've seen the success in that first quarter. Multiple steals coming from it for Lincoln East. So Kelly taking it to the rack, draws contact, count the basket.
There's your X factor right there, taking it aggressively, finishing on the left side, contact and 1.
Another look at it here on the instant replay. Kelly attacking the glass. And she completes the 3-point play.
The Illinois State signee going to a great club next year. Coach Gillespie does a great job out there at Illinois State.
She has 6 points here early on in the second. Searcy dribbles into trouble, pulls it back out. This is a three from the corner. That one drops for Kugler.
Here goes the pressure again. This is when it pays to have a girl like Hannah that can bring the ball up and not have to rely on one point guard. Got to get it inside, you'd think, to Reagan. There we go.
Has her back to the basket, and she uses her power to get the bucket. That's our first true post move and field goal we've seen in this game.
Tough finish there for Reagan. At some point, they got to shoot that three. Good shot from Vard. Good rebound.
Active hands by the Spartans to grab that loose ball. Searcy splits the defense and gets it to go.
Tough finish by Searcy. She's been open for quite a few threes. I'm waiting for her to let one fly.
Kauth pushing the tempo, gets it back to Wells, who will head to the charity stripe.
I'm just a firm believer, Brandon, that you drive and you kick. That person that's catching that ball better be ready to shoot and better be ready to let it fly. If you miss, hey, get back on defense.
Wells at the line shooting two. And you mentioned going to play goalie at the Division II level next year.
At Washburn, yes, down in Kansas.
Nothing but net on the second. Still a 3-point lead for the Silverhawks. Searcy tried to get around Ferguson, kicks it for the long ball. Kugler can't hit. Another offensive rebound for the Spartans.
Navarre's got to get herself going here. Big rebound by Hannah.
And Berida brings it up for Lincoln Southwest.
Skip to Hannah. There he is. Got to be ready. Another
Kelly.
drive, another finish.
Getting right around the defender, Searcy.
With all that pressure inside, that double teaming of Reagan and Jaden, that skip is wide open for Hannah to either shoot or to drive aggressively like she just did.
Kelly now with 8 points, 5 of them coming here in this quarter, as we have a foul called on Lincoln Southwest. And that's on Kelly. We'll look at it again here.
That's a tough call right there.
First one goes down for Delaney Roberts, the 5'7" junior who averages 6 points, 4 boards a contest.
You're seeing the youth movement right now for Southwest. A lot of the young girls coming in, taking the place of the seniors. So this could be a big stretch right here for Southwest. Are they going to stay up 4 or relinquish the lead?
Piper and Dilsaver checking in for Lincoln Southwest as Roberts hits the second. Carpenter. Gets it around to Piper. Now Kauth. Ferguson trying to post up, but stolen away. Good defense by Bovard. Bovard now kicks to Kugler. And this will be a 3. It's a little short. Bovard still struggling to get going, actually scoreless. Midway through now the second.
Brandon, I was a 3-point shooter when I played professional basketball. You just got to keep shooting. Get that follow through right, legs. She's going to start making them. And I'm not worried about right now. I'm worried about the fourth quarter when it really matters. If she stops shooting now, she's not making those in the fourth quarter.
And still just a 3-point deficit separating these two teams.
Nice skip again. One more.
Swung back out to Piper. Wide open 3. It rattles home for Katie Carpenter.
With Ferguson's presence inside, they're really trying to get it to her. With this lineup Southwest has, those skips are going to be open all day, and a one more.
This is the biggest lead of the night. 6-point advantage for the Silverhawks. Here comes Carpenter. Ferguson through traffic off the glass.
The timeout on the floor.
Timeout taken by the Spartans. 8-point lead for Lincoln Southwest. And here's another look at that latest basket. A great cut by Ferguson, Tom.
That's where East, they have to know it's going to Ferguson.
I do love Wayne State College.
So just a 30-second timeout here. 3:44 remaining in this first half. I'd like to remind you this broadcast is made possible by Wayne State College, making sure that we can be here broadcasting state basketball for 2 weekends, 24 games, as we are almost through our first stretch here. Game number 5 of day 2 of girls state basketball action. Wayne State College.
Looks like Bavard, in this situation, I'd tell her, all right, you've missed 5 or 6 shots. Confidence might be a little low. Get the confidence back, get to the rim, get fouled, get to the free throw line, get yourself going, because they need her.
When you see she's still on the court, obviously they want her to play herself into some sort of a little run here. And they get it to her at the top of the key. There's Bavard again, taking on her defender, kicks it to Kugler. Bavard, fade away from Ferguson, does not fall, but an offensive rebound for the Spartans.
Kreifels with a nice rebound there.
And then Piper is called for the foul.
You could just see on that shot by Bavard, a little off balance, didn't look very confident. Just really needs to find a way to get to the rim. She had that spin and the pass to the corner. I'd like to have her spin and get to the rim and draw that foul.
Berta checks in for the Silverhawks. You have 16 fouls for Lincoln Southwest, 5 for Lincoln East. Kugler
blocked.
Partially blocked like you called, Tom, and that one's short. Under 3 to go before the
Ferguson
halftime break.
101.
You have her and Bavard battling for position. There it is again. They're trying to look to get it inside.
Kreifels playing that help side. A little scared to throw it into Ferguson. There it is.
And good effort by Bavard. Possession arrow will keep it here.
That's where you see a good strong pass fake. Maybe a skip, wide open 3. Because they're honing in on Ferguson so much right now.
Another substitution for the Spartans, Taylor Searcy. Re-entering again, had a team-high 14 points in that victory over Millard South last night.
Searcy needs to come in and hit one of those 3s when she's wide open like earlier. There's Ferguson.
Spins out of the double team and the left-hand finish. My goodness.
Tough.
That puts Jaden Ferguson with 5 points, and the Silverhawks up by 10. Rebound to Dilsaver.
Got to be strong with the ball there. Someone's open. That's Ferguson.
Ferguson creates space for herself and gets to the rack again. It is a 12-point lead for the Silverhawks.
I'd love to see them play off Ferguson. Make her shoot that 15-footer. She's getting to the rim way too easy right now.
24-12, 2 minutes to go. We'll be back.
I do love Wayne State College. It feels like home. I don't feel like I'm out of place. It's not too big, it's not too small. Campus is big enough that I'm still meeting new people. I'm still learning about new faces and names, but I'm always seeing people that I can wave and say hi to. It's the best fit for me. When I visited the campus back in my senior year of high school, this is where I knew I wanted to go right away. When I got in that car and I was driving home, I told my parents, this is where I'm going and I don't need to look anywhere else.
Wayne State College. Get started at ExploreWayneStateCollege.com.
And welcome back, Lincoln Southwest with a 12-point advantage, outscoring the Spartans 17-7 here in the second quarter. That three won't drop for Lincoln East either. They have a hard collision.
One of
Everyone
these
pops
threes
up.
has to drop it. East just can't get themselves going without getting some momentum from one of these threes going down.
They're staying in the full court pressure, which, as we've mentioned, has worked out well for the Spartans. It just hasn't transitioned into as much points as they would have liked.
With this lineup on the floor, Ferguson scored, I'm pretty sure, every point. So I think they're going to try to go to Ferguson.
And Bavard was
Here's a
on her.
skip. Ferguson inside. There it is.
A great backside help defense from Peterson, because Ferguson about gathered herself for another easy lay-in.
You know, on that play right there, if you saw a strong pass fake inside, draw that defense that helps had to come in. That open skip was wide open. Had 4 girls on her.
And I think it was a jump ball officially. We'll wait to see, maybe they called a foul, but no, jump ball, it's possession arrow as Spartans. Now it's back to Southwest for the next one.
Southwest, a lot of great minutes right now from other young girls, letting the seniors rest, and it's paying off.
And Ferguson called for a kick there. It'll stay with Lincoln East.
Southwest is up 4 when the young girls came in. Now they're up 12, so clearly they're doing the job.
It has to have head coach Jeff Rump all smiles, as his main leaders will be well rested coming out of halftime. Baseline take, and Carpenter called for the reach.
It'd be nice if East could make both these free throws. Go full court pressure, try and turn them over, get another basket before half, but we'll see.
First free throw goes down for Briley Hill. Another sophomore on this Lincoln East team.
Could be a great time for Southwest to break the press. There it goes.
Cuts it
There
back
it is.
to 10, and Silverhawks do just that.
They're playing on Ferguson pretty heavy. Someone might be wide open. I attest that to the youth right there. Little panic mode, freaking out. Hey, got to calm down in that situation for Carpenter.
So
You
a
got
chance
Koff
here.
coming in.
Defensive substitution. Spartans obviously hoping that they can cut it to single digits heading into the break. Need a good possession here. Searcy around Hill. Under 10 seconds. And Searcy inside. Jump ball, it'll be Silverhawks with 1.8 on the clock.
East just can't get shots to drop. Seriously, shots were dropping last night. Tonight, won't shoot the 3. Missing some contested easy shots at the rim.
And that is how we head into halftime. It is a 10-point lead for Lincoln Southwest. 24-14 your score. We'll be back with highlights, analysis, and more coming up on the halftime show.
Anderson of Grand Island, we make it easy. Whether you're looking for a new or used car, parts, service, or collision repair, Anderson Auto Group in Grand Island has you covered. Proud to support the home team and all the local athletes. Best of luck this season. We're proud to be Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect.
Rejuvenate your outdoor living space this season with new 2019 patio furniture from Fireplace Stone and Patio. With an array of styles, colors, and sizes, you can find the perfect fit in our showroom. Add a customizable fire pit to your patio set and create the ultimate outdoor space for entertaining. With our stylish patio furniture and fire pits, we can design a space you'll enjoy for years to come. Now's the time to plan ahead. Visit Fireplace Stone and Patio for all your outdoor living needs.
And welcome back here to Pinnacle Bank Arena. Brandon Axamit joined by special guest at the booth, Jeff Staus, NSAA Assistant Director. Jeff, you along with the whole NSAA crew, very busy this time of year. How are you feeling as we are almost through the Friday and heading to Championship Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, it's a busy time of year for us. We start off in early February with our NSAA Dual Wrestling Championships. We had those out in Kearney, and it was a great event out there. Had a new host facility out there for the first time, and went really well. Followed that up with our individual wrestling championships in Omaha. Another great weekend of wrestling competition. We have a lot of our schools represented there. Really is just a great opportunity for a lot of our communities to come out and support their kids doing what they love to do. Followed that up last weekend with the swim championships here in Lincoln, and here we are back in Lincoln for the girls basketball championships this weekend. So it's a great time of year for our staff, great time of year for our state and our schools, and it's fun to come out and see the local communities support their kids and their towns and all the good things that they're doing.
Well, and specifically, you're kind of known as the media relations guru and that arm of the NSAA as well. So when you talk about that sort of responsibility that comes with your position, for those at home who aren't aware, what does that all look like for Jeff Staus on a championship weekend?
Well, there's a lot of logistics that goes into it. You know, one of the things that I talk about when I get into a room with a group of media folks here in Nebraska is that we're a little unique here in Nebraska in that we have some states across the country that just do not have much of a following for prep sports and activities. We have the exact opposite situation in Nebraska. We have so many folks that want to be able to cover things that sometimes we run out of room. As you can see, press row is pretty full tonight. So, but that's a great problem, if you want to call it that, to have. We absolutely love being able to get our kids and our communities and their stories out, and you guys do a great job of portraying that for us. And it's a big part of the process for, you know, high school activities in the NSAA, and we can't thank our local media partners enough for everything that they do for the NSAA and high school activities in Nebraska.
Well, I know you're very busy, so we don't want to take up too much of your time, but if there's any particular message or something that you feel is important for the large majority of Nebraska to know about what the NSAA is doing, anything that pops to mind for you?
Yeah, I just hope people understand that, you know, our core mission is to provide opportunities for young people, and, you know, the staff and also our member schools, that's what everybody's in it for. We want to create some opportunities and some lifetime memories for these kids through interscholastic competition and activities, and this is my 8th year being a part of it, and I have the same passion for it now as I did the first day on the job. So really happy to be doing what I'm doing, and it's fun to work. Fun to come to work every day, excuse me. So really excited about the rest of this week and next week as we start to wrap up our winter championship season.
Well, Jeff, as always, thank you for the time. We appreciate all that you do, and specifically, I guess we made your job a little bit more difficult this time around with throwing us in for the first couple of weeks for girls, or first couple of days for girls and boys, but cannot thank you enough for being the facilitator of all that and allowing to help make this happen.
Happy to help. Glad you guys could be here.
We'll take another quick break, be back with highlights, stats, and analysis currently at halftime. Your score, 24-14.
I think it's very important for patients to have access to great health care, but on top of it, be close to home. Specifically with my cancer patients, They go through a lot. That diagnosis is very overwhelming in itself and has an impact not only on them but on their families as well.
And I also think it's important that the quality of care they're receiving is equal to what they would receive at a larger institution. So I think it's incredible that we can provide that for them right here.
I think that the expansion is necessary for the community because the hospital is very forward-thinking and they're trying to expand to different specialties.
Dr. Norris and I are fairly new, but we've already become very busy and we're kind of limited by the constraints of our space that we have currently.
As they add more people, of course we need more room to accommodate that, and we want every patient to experience the best care. Strong faith,
healthy future.
Taking control of your grain marketing means having enough storage on your farm to maximize profits. Have you considered adding storage to your operation? Talk to the pros at D&K Agri-Sales, your Sukup dealer in Plymouth, about the options you have to make your grain handling more effective and more profitable. If grain storage or grain handling is a problem, D&K Agri-Sales is the solution. Bins, legs, towers, conveyors, elevators, dryers, augers, parts, and maintenance. Call D&K Agri-Sales, your Sukup dealer, for your grain marketing solutions today. Online at dnkagrisales.com.
And welcome back. We got the wave going here at Pinnacle Bank Arena, and it's a 10-point lead for the Lincoln Southwest Silverhawks. Brandon Axamit, Tom Villianco, Michael Shively with you for all of the action here. And we're right at the 5-minute mark of halftime, Tom. Lincoln East, we talked about it. They are having issues of buying a bucket, and ultimately, that's the difference. I mean, Southwest is playing solid defense. I think you'd give the edge, though, to Lincoln East and the disruptions they've caused with the press. But when shots don't fall, it's hard to win a basketball game.
You can't be too upset if you're East right now. They've been playing well. Ferguson made some tough shots near the end, but East just can't buy a bucket. And if one or two threes fall, the East crowd will get going, the pressure will turn up, and you get back to a close game. But those young girls for Southwest that came in brought that lead to 10, from 4 to 10. That's huge.
So if you're Coach Dennis Pritchard, is it really as simple as, hey guys, keep taking the shots and they'll fall at halftime, or are you changing something systematically or trying a different approach when you come out in the third?
If it was me, I would tell them, hey, you're open, shoot it, but also maybe a little shot fake, get to the rim, try and get an and one to really get yourself going. And it's just tough. Bovard, it looks like she's putting a little pressure on herself now. I thought she had a chance once or twice to get to the rim and finish and pass it out, which, hey, I'm all about that. But when you're the best player and they need a spark, you got to step up and get to the rim and figure something out.
That is one of the main storylines. Bovard scoreless in that first half. Let's take a look at highlights from that first half of action. It was a 2-point game after the first quarter. We saw working inside to Ferguson, back out, and that was Kelly knocking down the three.
Right there.
And then on the other end, this answered from Peterson. So this made it 3-3 early on. That was after it took about 5 minutes for the scoring to start. Inside-outside action to Dilsaver, though, and Southwest, as the game went on, heated up. Lincoln East, not so much. There you see Kelly again taking it to the rack, who is leading Lincoln Southwest with 8 points.
You think about it, Hannah Kelly was out for the last probably 5 minutes of the second quarter. Surprised she was out. If you keep her in, who knows what could have happened.
And we saw this great cut by Ferguson, who also started playing very strong in that second quarter. 6 of her 7 coming in that period. And here it is again, just getting around defenders, and that left hand, she did that twice in a row.
If you're Lincoln East and Ferguson gets the ball 15 feet or in, I don't think she's going to pass it. You got to play her to shoot, especially when the seniors like Hannah and Reagan and Koff are not playing. She's going to try and take over.
We are about 2 minutes and some change away from the start of this second half. We'll take a quick break, come back with a report from Michael Shively.
Have you ever wondered what's behind the doors of Valley Vet Fashion Direct in Marysville? See, this isn't just a vet supply store. They carry a large selection of all kinds of boots, work, fashion, or casual, for all ages. Make sure you check out the sales selection to steal a deal. Perfect your look with a variety of jeans, shirts, and accessories. And if you can't find your size in the store, chances are they have it in their huge warehouse. Valley Vet Fashion Direct on Highway 36 in Marysville. Open 7 days a week.
5 Points Bank's new Lincoln branch is located at 30th and Yankee Hill. We invite you to bank with the better bank. 5 Points Bank provides the best in banking products and services, with the state's leading bank technology making your banking better. 5 Points Bank is committed to providing the best lending for all your banking needs, from personal to commercial lending, helping you or your business grow.
I'm Mike Anderson of Anderson Ford of Lincoln, and we've banked with 5 Points Bank now for over 30 years. They've really helped us grow here in Lincoln. 5 Points Bank is the better bank.
Welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena. I spoke with Lincoln East head coach Dennis Pritchard during the break, and Coach Pritchard said he doesn't have a big problem with his team's shot selection. He does have a problem with the shots not going in. He says if they keep getting the open looks from 3, they're going to continue to take them. He also said he expects better effort from his girls defensively, saying that they need to play harder on the defensive end. He did add that he thinks his girls have it in them to mount a comeback. Now back to you, Brandon.
Thank you very much, Michael. And you heard it there, Tom. Pretty simple. Coach Pritchard not thinking the shots are bad. Just keep letting them fly and see what happens. And sometimes that's all that needs to be.
That's what I was saying. They're good shots, except for maybe 1 or 2 that Bavard forced at the end. But they keep shooting, and they're going to start dropping if they have that confidence.
Well, here we go. We are back in action here. Third quarter coming your way on the News Channel Nebraska. Lincoln East would love a bucket to start this third quarter. Another shot short from three-point land, and we have a foul early on here.
Kreifels with a 3 start. I work with Kreifels, and I've seen her make a lot of 3s. It's a good shot. Just a little short, a little more legs.
And the Spartans come out in the press, but it's easily broken, and Ferguson, you got to stop the ball, Tom.
That's way too easy. Ferguson can't go from half court to a layup and 3 dribbles. No way.
Lead back to 12. That ties the biggest lead of the night. And straight up defense by Reagan Wells, forcing the turnover, but tipped away by Kugler. And then stolen back by the Silverhawks.
Lincoln East is all out of sorts right now. They gotta keep their composure and calm down.
And another strong take, Kelly. Unlucky not to get that layup to fall.
Ooh, tough pass. That's the 3rd or 4th time now that Southwest has dribbled just a few more dribbles and just get by everybody on the team. I don't know what East is thinking there. They gotta stop the ball.
Little miscommunication. Kugler goes back out to grab the loose ball.
East, when they drive, they gotta attack that hip of the defender. They're going east and west, not north and south.
And
like seriously, right there.
3 doesn't go.
That was driving to pass, not driving to go make a play at the rim, which they need.
There's Kauf out wide, swings it back around to Berida. Now to Berida. Almost 2 minutes in.
Kelly in the corner.
And there she is on the other side of the corner. Kelly running that baseline.
And there she is. Oh, that's usually her shot. Ferguson. Ooh.
She's double and triple teamed. Kicks it out. 3 on the way. Nothing but net for Berida.
If Berida can make those shots, you might as well call the game, because she's not usually a threat from out there. More of a distributor and keeps the team composed.
And that turnaround jumper short from Kreifels. The woes just continuing here for East in the second half.
I think we've told how many times the audience, East is short. They got to hold that follow through, got to use those legs on that shot. And it keeps rearing up, but she's going to shoot that. It's coming one of these days.
We have Ferguson out on the arc.
Will Skip coming?
There's Kelly
There it is.
wide open. Wells with the offensive board. Count it.
Pretty sure you were just saying earlier the keys of the game, blocking out. And there we go. Hannah Kelly, big time three. Forget about Reagan Wells. And that's how you get killed on the court on the defensive end for East.
And such a backbreaker for the Spartans with points being at a premium. Even more so, you can't afford to give Lincoln Southwest any extra chances to put points on the board.
It's opportune time for East to get to the rim, get an easy bucket.
Biggest lead of the night. 17 now for the Silverhawks. Ferguson nearly forces a steal. And Kelly called for the kick.
We haven't heard anything from Bavard in a while. It's time for her to do something for her team. Miss or make, I don't care. She has to try. Has to try and do something for her team here. They need her.
Kugler, step back, stolen away. Emma Kauf all the way to the glass. Good defense by Bovard. I think she was called for the foul after the shot. Oh, excuse me. Foul called on Hannah Kelly.
That's a tough one right there for Hannah. Being aggressive, running the floor, trying to get a rebound for her teammate. They call that one. It's a tough one to take. She might be out for the rest of the quarter here. There we go, getting to the rim.
And that one goes. That was a much-needed basket for the Spartans. Delaney Roberts knocking it down. 31-16 your score, just past the halfway point in the third.
We got the youth movement back in for Southwest. Look for Jen Ferguson to try and do a lot. Little skip, wide open.
Silverhawks showing patience here.
If East could get this to within 10 points, 8 points, going into the fourth would be huge.
I see Lincoln Southwest clearly in no hurry to force anything. Under 3 minutes now. Kauf. And you have a foul called on Lincoln East's Hill.
That's always tough when you're on defense for, seems like 10 minutes, and then you go aggressively at the ball and they call for a chippy. It's tough as a defender to take that one. Baird are back in the game. Ferguson 1-on-1. There it is.
Ferguson.
Wow.
And that puts her in double digits now with 11. Strong take to the rack, doesn't go for Roberts.
That's the right move. Nobody crashed in the glass, so I don't know what East is getting crashing 3 or 4 ladies. There's nothing to get back for. You got to score now or you're in trouble.
Ferguson again draws the double team.
Wow.
And kicks it out for the 3. Emerson Berida, that is her second from long range.
I was saying earlier, Brandon, Berida's making those. It's going to be over soon.
Lead now at 20.
Bavard's got to look to get there, and then she travels. Bavard's struggling. I feel bad for her. She's a really good player. Just kind of all out of sorts right now. That's got to be a spin. Get to the left. Finish strong. Whatever happens, happens. Not stop and try to pass.
Right now, Dennis Pritchard just looking for any sort of answer.
You can see the look on the East face. They're just kind of confused, just all out of sorts.
That one bounces off Peterson. Southwest keeps possession. Blocking foul called against the Spartans. Specifically Searcy, her first personal. .90 seconds left here in the third. 36-16 your score on the Aurora Cooperative Faith Regional Health Services scoreboard.
You got to shoot that shot.
Saw the hesitation from Dilsaver.
Aggressive
Strong
take.
That was Piper.
Wide open drive, you got to take that.
And look at that defense by Dilsaver, the block.
Brandon, I don't like on Southwest, it's only the third quarter. Yes, you're up 20. But if you're wide open for a three, you got to shoot it. At some point, you got to shoot that to keep the momentum going. You can't just be like, we'll sit on it the rest of the game.
Well, there's a welcoming sight for Lincoln East. A point as Searcy hits the free throw, putting her at 3 points tonight.
Ferguson out, catching a quick breather, but you're bringing in Reagan Wells, just another post player that's been doing well tonight.
Good trip to the line for Searcy. She hits them both. And the Silverhawks taking a 30-second timeout here with just under a minute to go. We'll take a quick break as well. Be back with the rest of this third quarter.
Head trauma and concussion risk minimization is a priority of the NSAA. When in doubt, sit them out.
Some common symptoms of concussions are dizziness, confusion, and nausea.
The NSAA requires coaches in all sports to take a concussion course annually.
For more information regarding concussion management and return to play protocol, visit our website, nsaahome.org. When in doubt, sit them out.
Welcome back. Rounding out this third quarter, I'd like to remind you tonight's coverage helped made possible by Wayne State College. State basketball here on News Channel Nebraska.
Well, Brandon, I said they needed to get it to about 8 to 10. It's definitely gone the other direction, so East is not looking pretty right now. They got to get some kind of spark, and Bavard's not in to do it, so someone else is going to have to step up here. Good cut there from Carpenter.
Back out to Berida, who has hit a couple of big threes this second half. Scramble on the floor.
Should be Southwest ball, jump ball.
Yep, it'll stay here. 27.2 ticks on the clock.
This could be the dagger. If Southwest can run a good set here, run the clock down, place will be going crazy, and it's going to be tough for East to come back.
Berida draws the double team. And now Dilsaver. Probably not liking that, Tom, passing up the shot again, but maybe they're playing for the one here at the end of the quarter. What do you think of that?
In that situation, I'm okay with it if you're going to get something good out of it. Well, there's Carpenter wide open.
And they got a three. Actually, that shot would have counted too, but it was short. That'll do it. So 36-18 after the end of three. Lincoln East with some work to do. We'll be back with fourth quarter action on News Channel Nebraska.
At Columbus Motor Company, they're proud to be the first car dealer to bring the best price philosophy to Columbus. Columbus Motor Company has always believed that when buying a new vehicle, the customer shopping experience should come first. No hype, no gimmicks, just consistent quality service every time you shop. And don't forget, Columbus Motor Company is the only dealership that offers a 5-day, 30-day policy. Stop by for the President's Day sales event going on now, or shop online at columbusmotorcompanyne.com. Columbus Motor Company, one low price, plain and simple, always.
So Lincoln East needing all the help they can get from their student section right now. Trailing 36-18 with 8 minutes to go. A trip to the state championship on the line.
Southwest, Hannah Kelly's coming back in. I said she wasn't going to be back in to the fourth, and now she's in. And I could see Southwest just looking for good shots the rest of the way here. Nothing stupid, but I see East. They got to turn up the pressure. Bavard's got to do something.
It has been a tough break for the leader for the Spartans, still scoreless and normally averaging 14 points a game. It all starts here, Tom, if the Spartans are going to make any sort of move, and there you go, a basket to start things.
Kugler with an aggressive drive there, much needed. Also much needed about 2 quarters ago.
Cuts it to 16. Ferguson
There's
skip pass across.
Kelly coming underneath. A little overload there. Good cut from Reagan.
And Wells draws the foul. 2 shots upcoming.
That's the thing with Southwest. If you get moving like that and cutting hard, they got enough weapons. You see Reagan just flash, show those hands. They're going to foul you. Or if you miss, there's somebody there to rebound almost every time.
Wells now with 6 points after that free throw drops. A 17-point advantage for the Silverhawks. Another strong take and a trip to the free throw line upcoming for Skylar Kreifels.
It's kind of funny how, Brandon, we've waited till 7 minutes left in the game to see back-to-back trips of girls driving aggressively to the rim.
And like you were calling out for, it's creating opportunities for the Spartans. They just now need to take care of them.
You know, Kreifels shooting the free throws here. He's been battling a little influenza A the last 2 days, a little under the weather.
She's still out on the court battling. There's a
the
deflection.
Got to score here.
A lot of contact, no whistle at all. And now the Silverhawks are pushing the issue. Kelly kicks it back out. Now Ferguson and the Silverhawks will regroup. Ferguson puts it to the floor. We've seen a lot of success with her on that left side, and she's going to the free throw line. So Ferguson now 12 points here to lead the Silverhawks.
Ferguson, the Northwest Missouri State volleyball player, committed.
Count them both. Wide open 3, and Searcy buries it.
I've been saying she's been needing to drop that for the last hour, and she finally shoots one, and it's nothing but net. Where's that been? She's got to be able to shoot those early in the game, and we might be seeing a different game right now.
All right, it's time to take a look at our Protect the House defensive play of the game, brought to you by J-Tech Construction. And here it is, coming courtesy of Lincoln Southwest, Kate Dilsaver. Lincoln East trying to go inside. Dilsaver, other ideas, all ball there. That is your defensive play of the game. For 50% off window installation and zero interest financing, contact J-Tech Construction.
Hopefully the fans at home have had a nice time watching the game. Southwest, if they play like this, it'll be very tough to beat tomorrow if they go on to win this game. East just can't get anything going, but like I said, if she shoots those threes earlier in the game, we might be singing a different tune right now.
We'll see what comes from this timeout. Obviously, Lincoln East, while they're down 16, are going to give it everything they have in this last 6:21 and see what happens. A steal would go a long way here.
You got Barrett out. Katie Carpenter's back in for her, but the rest of the seniors, big turnover there.
That's much needed for the Spartans. Can they turn defense into offense here? Another take to the rack, and that goes left hand for Peterson.
It's amazing what happens when you drive aggressively to the rim. Good things finally are starting to happen for East.
Tough defense at the top of the key. Now Kauf.
Southwest does not have good ball handlers in right now. That's why they're seeing so much outside the NBA three-point line dribbling.
Ferguson in the corner.
Good pass.
Kelly with the backdoor cut. 2 shots upcoming.
That's one of those with Hannah. Been telling her a long time, when you go up like that, the only thing you should be thinking about is, I'm making this. Not the defense, nothing else. Go up strong here. That's got to be high off that glass, expecting that contact. Tough not to make that one.
So Kelly with the free throw. Puts her at 9 points tonight.
She got her 1,000th point for Lincoln Southwest earlier this year.
Speaks to the type of player she is and the career she has had. At Lincoln Southwest, she's now in double digits with 10. And look at that. Tom, you should be a coach or something.
Another
Seriously.
drive, another success. A little pressure here from East. Timeout from Coach Rump.
All right, Spartans trying to make it interesting here with 5:06 to go. Cut it to a 14-point game.
Southwest has to figure out how to stop East from attacking the rim. Now, hey, maybe play off a little bit more, make them shoot that three. Searcy's the only one that's hit one pretty recently. And see if someone else can step up and do it. They're letting them get to the rim way too easy right now.
Well, the student section for the Spartans has not given up hope yet. And there is enough time.
Definitely enough time. Southwest, like I said, they don't have great ball handlers except the young girls, the youth movement. Yes, they got 2 of them in right now, but the ball handling is not the best. I'd say Hannah Kelly might be one of the best ball handlers out on the floor right now. She's their 6'1", 6'2" wing. So
full court pressure, Ferguson. She'll try to get it across the timeline. There's the trap. And the Spartans called for the foul. Believe it'll be on Searcy.
that's tough for East. You do all that to get Ferguson trapped like that. You think that'd be a jump ball with the way this game's going, but tough one there for East to take that foul.
Nothing but net on the first for Ferguson. Puts her at 14 tonight.
Obviously a different ball game from the first time they met when she had 31, but the way this game's going, her 15 points is almost like that 31-point night, the way she's been playing.
Cersei tries to kick it to Bovard. This will stay here with Lincoln East. Couple substitutions coming in. Piper and Berida for the Silverhawks.
The youth movement back in. Another drive, another aggressive take by East.
And Roberts will be shooting too.
But also, Brandon, maybe a little case of a little late here.
Roberts, the junior, averages 6 points and 4 rebounds a game.
Got to hit those free throws in situations like this. I know it's tough. Got a crowd and depth perception with this arena. It's tough, I know, but they need every bucket right now.
She
Set up
hits
their
the
press
back end.
here. Oh, tip. There we got her. Oh, yes.
And Kugler called for a foul, which she disagrees with, which is her third personal.
Kelly back into the game. I don't know how you can keep her out of the game right now. She's a floor general, your D1 recruit. You got to keep her in the game.
Dilsaver long on the front end of a 1-and-1. And take to the rack, and another foul. 2 free throws upcoming for Peterson.
I think, Brandon, that's 7 times now this quarter they would get
It's
to the
almost
rim.
like they heard you.
I should have said it a little louder earlier and screamed across the court.
4.5 minutes still remaining in this one.
There goes those free throws again.
Yep, and not helping themselves out. Second one goes.
Oh, there we go.
And a laying off the steal for Peterson.
Quick timeout by Rump there.
It's a 12-point game. Full timeout taken by Southwest. Don't go anywhere. The Spartans are smelling comeback in Lincoln.
I love working at USAVE because I really like working in a small town. I get a sense of community and I get to help the customers every day.
You get the brand recognition, but most of the USAVEs are independently owned, so you have a small town pharmacy environment where you do know your patients.
We take pride in serving our community.
I hope they know that we are trying our very best to deliver the best customer service at a fair and good price as well.
Trust your local USAVE pharmacy, part of the Health Mart family of pharmacies.
Well, this is what forced the timeout. Off the missed free throw. Great anticipation by Peterson for the lay-in.
As I was saying, Brennan, they don't have a lot of good ball handlers on Southwest. You'd think Berida could push that ball up the side. Instead, she's throwing a cross court to her goal, to each goal. That's just not a smart pass.
And a quick
Well, that's got to be a
foul
jump
there.
right there.
And you hear the Spartan fans voicing their displeasure.
There's nothing worse than when you're a coach putting on full court press, getting a tie up, and they call a quick foul. It's heartbreaking to everything you're trying to do to get back in this game.
And it's double bonus the rest of the way. That's the 10th team foul on East. The Silverhawks with 5 team fouls. Long from Carpenter.
Just one of those games, I know we don't have any time after the fourth quarter unless we go overtime, but East is thinking right now, man, if we had one more, this is the third quarter, we'd be sitting pretty probably.
Well, both free throws off the mark. Peterson out of the corner, back up top. Searcy.
Bavard will do something here. There we go. Oh.
In and out. Bavard still looking for her first basket.
Southwest, what is going on? Got to come down.
East with another steal. Searcy wide open. Offensive rebound. Great hustle, Peterson.
I said athleticism as a Nebraska soccer recruit. Get to the rim.
And it goes Taylor Searcy.
Southwest has to keep the composure. They're in deep trouble.
Ferguson gets out of trouble. To this point, the only points for the Silverhawks have been free throws in this fourth quarter. No field goals. Ten-point game.
East has an urgency. They got to get a turnover here. Nobody on Southwest is looking to make anything happen.
And Bavard called for a foul. 2 shots upcoming.
A situation like this, Brandon, every girl's passing the three-point line. Someone's got to be brave and attack the rim and make a play. This is how you close it out.
Kelly with the free throw.
Nothing like having your D1 recruit at the line to hopefully ice the game for you. Some free throws coming up.
And nothing but net on both. Hannah Kelly with 12 points. And Searcy going right at the double team. Kelly forcing the bad shot. Here comes Ferguson.
There's Hannah, yes.
Oh my, Kelly all the way to the rack.
That's what she's got to do. You got to attack that high pressure. And she finally does, or Southwest finally does, and it pays off.
Another look at it here.
You got 4 girls above the three-point line on defense. You got that help side all the way in the other corner. Wide open, you just got to go with confidence.
Kelly knocks down 3 of 4 in that last little stretch. Back to a 13-point lead.
If East is going to drive like you just did last possession, you got to crash the boards. You can't expect her to be making these all the time. Got to crash the boards. Offensive glass is key right now.
Three ball, and that drains from Peterson.
Bank shot, that works at Pinnacle Bank.
Steal by the Spartans, foul by Kauf. And you now have a chance. No, it won't be free throws yet, that's the 6th team foul, but an opportunity with a basket here to get this back to single digits for the first time in a long time.
The way this looks right now, you'd think Southwest is down 6. The sloppy play on breaking the press, it's just not good. Bavard needs to have that drop. Oh, just can't buy one.
In and out. You really have to feel for Bavard, still searching for her first points. Here comes Kelly, 3-on-1. And that's good defense for the Spartans. Called for a kick, but still to stop an easy basket. The East fans are upset about something, as well as Coach Pritchard.
Well, I know Hannah looked like she traveled bringing the ball up the court. Enough. Oh, tough shot. Must get a bucket here for East. Wide open 3.
Kugler drains it.
That was it. Things just got interesting.
Very interesting here at PBA. It is a 7-point game, 1:37 to go.
You got to think East is setting up some kind of press here. Southwest has to move the ball up the court, not throw some high lob underneath their own goal. They got to get something going north and south, or I should say north, or wait, south here on this court.
There it is. 3 from Kugler. The Spartans have outscored the Silverhawks 21-10 here in the 4th. Is it a matter of the Silverhawks getting a little lackadaisical here? I mean, obviously East, they're finally getting things clicking on offense, but it's almost like Southwest hasn't had that killer instinct.
We alluded to earlier, Southwest had a lot of shots in that third quarter where they just passed up and sat on that lead, and now you get stuck where you're here and girls have no confidence. It's just tough to gain that back when the nerves get a lot tighter. And you're seeing that from Southwest. You don't. I'd say Hannah Kelly's the only one that really wants to have the ball in her hands and attack the rim. But you got girls like Emma Koff, who's going to Georgia Tech to play softball. Like, you got to rely on those girls as a senior, as a Division I player, to step up in the situation and say, I'll take the ball up too, and not be afraid.
And they get it into Ferguson. And Kelly does a good job to maintain control. There's the foul. 2 shots coming up for Carpenter.
That was a tough catch there for Hannah. If she wasn't as long as she is, that would probably been another turnover, and who knows what could have happened.
And it's long.
If Southwest wins this game, East is going to be kicking themselves for what happened in that first half and most of the third.
Carpenter hits the second. All 11 points coming from the free throw line here in the 4th. Searcy taking on Ferguson. Now Bavard with the step back.
It's got to be a foul there.
And no whistle. And the shot doesn't drop for Searcy. Ferguson gets across the timeline. There's the foul. (47-39). It's an 8-point game. Ferguson at the line. Leading the Silverhawks with 15 points tonight.
If you're Miller North and Pius, I'm sure they're scouting this game. If Southwest holds on to win this, you got to think tomorrow night they're going to pressure Southwest. Miss there. Rebound from Ferguson. Wow. Is that a foul? Oh, okay. Foul on Koff.
So 1-1 now for the Spartans.
A little over the back there from Koff. But
gotta knock that down, but the putback is there. Haley Peterson with a 2-pointer. Ferguson in trouble. There's a trap and another foul called on Kugler, which I believe is her 4th. More big free throws here. Unbelievable, Tom. Still no field goals for the Silverhawks. That's going to be a violation there. So violation on the first. This is the second shot. Believe that's what the officials just motioned. And that one goes.
That was a mistake there for Southwest. Got lucky that they're not a lot closer, or East isn't closer in this game. Oh, step back. Good block from Kelly.
What a play.
Long arms of Kelly there.
All ball on the step back. There's Bavard. She goes down. Blocking foul called on Koff. And Bavard gets on the score sheet with a free throw there, and that's a big one. Hits them both.
Wow. That's, as a coach, that's tough to see right there. And Ferguson's smiling. She knows she might have just got away with one.
Coach Pritchard had to run all the way down to the water cooler after seeing that. Here's another look at it. And he might have a case. In and out. "30 seconds, Searcy." That was waiting to see for the call. Was it blocked? Tipped out, so it'll stay here.
The pressure there from Kelly, not letting her get to the rim. And one would be nice right now. Bavard, and one.
He was
touched. Wow, that was a hit. How did we miss that one?
Bavard not catching any breaks there, but I'm with you. It looked like there's certainly contact.
Well, I said we needed an and one, and that'd have been a two probably, but still that'd have been, wow. That's a tough one right there for Bavard. Just had a tough night. Feel bad for that kid. I know she works really hard. Like I said, a potential D2 recruit. Just tough for her.
2 shots here for Carpenter. But it looks like the Silverhawks going to survive this rally from the Spartans here in the 4th. Eight-point ball game. Searcy from NBA range, just a tad short. Great rebound by Peterson. And jump ball, possession arrow, Silverhawks. And 13 and a half to go. Tom, it looks like the Silverhawks, they'll be heading back to the Class A state championship.
It's going to be tough to beat Southwest if they play like they did the first half and a little bit of the third quarter. But if they do what they did this last quarter, it's going to be a whole different ballgame for them. They got to have that confidence, dribbling the ball, breaking the press.
And you see the substitutions going out. Again, you expect to see every single player, though, back here if East makes it next year, because there's no seniors on that roster.
Yeah, if you're East, you got to like what you have right now. Just a lot of girls that are hungry to get better and have a strong feeling they'll be back here next year as they don't lose anybody in another year to get better.
Just running the clock down. That will do it. Lincoln Southwest heading to the state championship for the second time in 3 years, and a chance to bring home the program's second state championship tomorrow. (50-43) your final score, and we've talked about the storylines. Lincoln East just too little too late in what they were trying to do. They almost rallied, they gave it their all in the 4th, but ultimately the deficit was too big.
Look at Ferguson, she did well. You look at the X factor, I said Hannah Kelly, she played really well, and just too much for them at the end. East, like you said, a little too late, but you can't can't be upset with East. You had good shots, just didn't drop, and that happens sometimes in games like this. And if I'm a coach, I'm telling them, hey, this spring, summer, let's get back to work. And stay confident, stay positive. A lot to work for in the future.
And so it's only a matter of who the Silverhawks will play, which we'll know after the very next game. Millard North and Pius coming up for the final broadcast. In about 25 minutes time, Michael Shively is wrangling up Coach Rump and our player of the game. But again, the Silverhawks, state champs in 2017, and they'll have an opportunity to be the 2019 state champs as well.
Battle of the multi-sport athletes there in that game, East, Southwest. A lot of girls playing a lot of different sports, and Southwest came out on top. Good win for them. And it's interesting to see if it's a Lincoln versus Lincoln type matchup tomorrow night.
All right, Shively is down on the court. Let's check in with Coach Rump and our player of the game.
I'm joined by a couple of happy Silverhawks courtside. Let's start with Coach Jeff Rump. And Coach, your team scored just 7 points in the first quarter, but able to turn it on in the second quarter. What did they do better to get the offense rolling?
I think we just pushed the ball a little bit better. It seemed like both teams were kind of tight coming out in a big game like that. We played each other twice already. We got good looks, both teams did, but couldn't get it to fall, and then we kind of got going. We picked up our tempo a little bit and attacked the basket, and that pushed us out to a little bit of a lead.
Well, you're familiar with this team, had played twice. The last time it didn't go your way, did you make any adjustments heading into this game?
We made a couple defensive adjustments on how we were guarding Charlie, and that seemed to work for us in the first half. I think we did a pretty good job on her. Then our kids offensively attacked. We were able to build a big enough lead and weather the storm. They're a great team, and you just can't simulate the pressure that they put on you in practice.
Well, you certainly did a good job on Bovaird. She didn't score until the last minute. How did you shut her down?
It was a great group defensive effort. Emma did a great job, Kate Dillsaver, and then when we had to switch off, the kids were right in the right spot.
Jaden Ferguson always steady, and she got it done with free throws down the stretch. What type of player is she?
I think she's the best player in Class A. And I think that night in and night out, you know, she does what she needs to do. And when pressure situations come and the bright lights come out, she performs really big.
So you get the semifinal win, you need one more. What's the message to the team in the locker room tonight, getting ready for tomorrow?
Just to continue to do what we've doing, enjoying this journey that we've been on. We don't ever really talk about winning a championship. We just talk about getting another chance to play with each other, play with our teammates, and go out and be the best team that we can be.
Thanks, Coach Rump, and congrats on getting to the championship. All right, now let's bring in our player of the game, Jaden Ferguson, and you had 20 points, a lot of it in free throws down the stretch. How were you feeling at the line when the moment counted in the fourth quarter?
I just knew that I needed to hit those free throws for the team to get us to that next game, and really everything we do is just for our team, and I knew to hit those free throws would be big for us.
Your team defense was outstanding tonight. What's the key to shutting down such a good offensive team like East?
We just really take pride in our defense day in and day out, and that's something that we hit hard in practice, and just coming out here and doing that and executing.
So you had 20 tonight, but you have such a balanced attack on the Southwest team. How nice is it to be able to know that it's not just you shouldering the load the entire time?
It's really nice. It makes us hard to guard because we have Reagan inside that can hit shots, Hannah can hit shots outside, and Emerson and Kate and everyone just hits really big shots.
What's this team's attitude heading to the championship game?
Just why not us? That's our theme, and we always just go out there and we think, why can't we do it? So,
congrats, Jaden.
Thank you.
Those are the Silverhawks. Let's head back to Brandon in the booth.
Thank you, Michael, and congratulations to Lincoln Southwest and Jaden Ferguson, our player of the game, with 20 points in the Silverhawks' 53-43 victory over Lincoln Southwest. Let's take a look at our top plays of the game. Class A semifinal, Lincoln East and Lincoln Southwest going at it for a chance to head to the championship Saturday in these two Lincoln rivals. And starting things off, inside out game, Hannah Kelly, 3 from the corner. That was 3 of her 13, 1 of 3 in double digits for Lincoln Southwest, but answering right back, Haley Peterson also finished with 13. It was a 7-5 ball game after the first. Hannah Kelly showing the range, this time showing the handles, takes the contact basket and the foul. Lincoln East trying to answer back. Taylor Searcy, she finished in double digits with 11, but Lincoln Southwest started to separate themselves in the second quarter. Jaden Ferguson with the cut and bucket. It was a 24-14 ball game at halftime as Ferguson really got going in the second. Again, this time using the left hand and attacking the glass, and more ball movement, and a three-pointer knocked down by Emerson Berida. She had 2, both of them coming in the third quarter, and Reagan Wells also a presence inside. You see her crashing the glass, getting the and one opportunity, but do not count out Lincoln East yet. That basket from Delaney Roberts. It was a 36-18 game heading into the fourth, but Lincoln East starting to come alive. Three-pointer knocked down, and a strong take in the left hand for Haley Peterson, who finished with 13. And there, the defensive pressure, which was something that was very strong for the Lincoln East Spartans. They would cut it to as close as 6. Actually outscored Lincoln Southwest 25-17 as that 3 went down. But free throws down the stretch allowed Lincoln Southwest to keep the Spartans at arm's length. Your final score, 53-43. The Silverhawks back in the championship for the second time in 3 years. Well, Tom, the Pius Thunderbolts and Millard North Mustangs out on the court. We're going to quickly take a break, but any last thoughts from what we saw out there in the first Class A semi?
Southwest came ready to play those first 3 quarters, not the fourth, but they held on to win that, and East just couldn't get those to drop early. It would have been a different game, but Southwest is we'll be ready for these 2 teams for sure. It'll be interesting to see if, like I said, the Pius versus Southwest matchup happens, the 2 Lincoln teams. That'd be a lot of fun for Lincoln. But Millard North is talented, probably the most talented team in this whole state collection of players.
10-point win for the Silverhawks. We'll take a break. We'll be back in about 8 minutes with pregame for Pius and Millard North.